Hey guys, going into the second match of a Shadows over Innistrad draft. We won round one. We're going to try to win some more. We have basically the best bomb in the format in our deck, and I would like to play first. This is a good hand. Not the most exciting. We don't have our flashy bomb, but we have the stuff in place to get to her, which has basically been our plan so far. Um, just, play dirtily creatures, draw a bunch of cards with clues, and eventually draw Avacyn. So that'll be our plan. We can also get our green if we need it. We'll see what we draw. Drawing double white is necessary for this deck. We have two angels who want double white. So those are all important things that we need double white for. All right, took our opponent a little while to get here. So looks like he's here now. But yeah, so our plan's still what it was before. We're going to play our Erdwall Illuminator. Maybe he's not here. He got here to make it to my upkeep, but, well, I'll pause and hopefully he's here. Okay, does look like he's here. All right, well, we play land. Shocking turn one play, I know. And we pass our turn. And we'll play Illuminator. Hopefully draw something that gives us some clues. Okay, well, we got both our Warped Landscapes, which is something you kind of want to avoid. But we don't have anything to do next turn anyway, so we'll probably crack one of them. We've had a few times where we had nothing to do on turn 3, which is weird because our deck has like a million turn 3 plays, and we still didn't draw one, but that's okay. So our opponent looks like he may also be like the clue deck, the more mainstream like blue-green clue deck. Which is the one I've yet to be able to draft myself. This is the clueiest I've gotten so far. So, all right. So, I'm going to go ahead and grab our forest. Since we have a while, and we have a good chance of drawing our second plains anyway, so we didn't yet, but we don't desperately need a second plains to begin with. So we'll get in there for one. And we will play Silent Observer. So we are dirtling against nothing, but they can also swing in the air when they have to. So what do we have? Solitary Hunter. Okay. All right, I think we just play Drownyard Explorers and pass. Keeps him from transforming. We get to investigate twice, so... Seems pretty good, right? Yeah, that guy may not have gotten a whole lot of those because we took 3 of them. So... and I think we can go ahead and get in there with our 1-3, actually. So we will. Drop our opponent down to 17. We do have double Stormrider Spirit, which can end up being our win condition if we want. Intrepid Provisioner. Okay, so he's going to hit us for 6 here. Or 5, rather. Which I'm okay with. I'll take 5. Gets him ahead in the race, but... For how long? Ooh, there we go. I'm too greedy not to do this. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. Shouldn't apologize for who I am. Okay, so I'm gonna attack for 1 again. This thing does have trample, but we have a 2-4 and a 1-5 who don't really care. And we can crack one of these and make a 1-1 to block his 3-4. So, by make a 1-1, I mean sack a clue token. Even though I have Avacyn in the deck, I might be tempted to put this as my thumbnail. Just because, I mean, Avacyn's clearly awesome, you know. And she is my first pick, so I'm not spoiling anything. You see her right away, but I usually pick the thumbnail, you know, around a card that played the biggest role. And it has, I mean, you know, it has been sweet. And I knew it would be, but we definitely got there with enough clues to make Ulvenwald Mysteries splashable. I was a little uncertain if we got there. Okay. He's going to pore over the pages. which is a card we didn't get but would have liked. It's worth noting it gives you enough mana to use a clue when you cast it, which is nice. All right, halfway to Delirium he is. I doubt he attacks, right? No. Yeah. So we don't even... Ooh, that guy's annoying. Might just put it on his Provisioner. No, he's going to put it there. Okay. Doesn't have Trample at least, so I can chump that. But we're going to sacrifice this, get a human, draw a card, Mangler. Okay. Now we have double white as well. So I think I swing again with my Illuminator in the air. Kind of want to play my Mangler, but it doesn't do a whole lot for me right here. But I also let his guy transform if I don't. I could also just play like Stormrider Spirit now, but I don't like that either. If I play the Mangler, at least I can use a clue or just the wind still, or Warped Landscape, whatever I decide. So yeah, I'll play my Mangler. It's kind of a crappy time to play it, but we can use it to tap down his largest creature. And end our turn. Okay, Silver Fur. See, that's pretty good against us because most of our removal is like... It just like bounces stuff. I mean, we do have Angelic Purge, but even then it's kind of bad because we kill it and yeah. But anyway, do I want to sack my Landscape? I probably don't. I mean, I think we probably just want to sacrifice a clue here. There we go. That's kind of what I was hoping I would draw. I should probably just get to playing a Stormrider Spirit, though, and trying to race our opponent. Well, Niblis of Dusk. Interesting. Well, we're going to swing with our Erdwall Illuminator here. Aiming high. Okay. On that thing. Okay, then we use just the wind. He does get a wolf token out of it, but I think it's worth it. He has to recast the card. He loses a +1/+1 counter, and so forth. So, and it lets us play our Drownyard Explorers for 2 tokens here. So, and now that's what we do since we can't really do anything else. We had to use just the wind there, I think. Replay your Solitary Hunter. Oh no, Stitchwing. Okay. All right. Well, I do love that card. Our opponent doesn't really seem like a clue deck. It just happens to be in the colors that are usually better at making clues. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we just leave mana up for our Stormrider. I can basically swing with Silent Observer, but then I don't have a good blocker for the Stitchwing Scalp. So I think we just leave all our mana up, and at the end of his turn, probably flash in Stormrider. There was no werewolf, so we finally got the chance to just wait to do something. All right, so yeah, we're going to flash it in. We could crack a clue, etc., but I think I like that a little bit more. All right, Niblis. Okay, we have double Niblis, which isn't bad. The annoying thing is we can kill this, and then he can get it back from his graveyard easily, so how are we going to win this game with that stupid thing in the way? Angelic Purge will do it. Maybe we should dig for Angelic Purge then, huh? Okay, that's what I'll do. Well, another Mangler will help. We'll just do that for now. Tap down his flyer. All right. So I think we get in there. You're probably not worth risking. I think we just get in there for 3. I kind of didn't realize just how wide our deck was going to be able to go. Okay, deterrence, but he doesn't have any zombies, so at least there's that. Oh, he does? What? Oh, the Scob's in play. Okay, homunculus it is. And we'll end our turn. That was annoying and unpleasant. There's his explorers. This game's going to be a long one, I think. Okay. So I think we follow our opponent's lead and just crack a clue here before we do anything. There's a purge. Okay, that's what I like to see. I don't know that I quite want to use it yet. I mean, I could wait a turn to use it. We got 1 mana untapped, so I get in there for 1. Oh yeah. Once my opponent gets to Delirium, this Skinner is going to be kind of a problem, incidentally. But we haven't played a spell this turn, which means this is going to transform. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and play my Storm Rider now, because that transforming is not... Although I can chump it, can't I? I can just chump it. No need to worry when I can chump it. And I can even block and get 2 clues if I block with something other than a token, so... That seems good. I mean, I could triple block it with 2 Drownyard Explorers and a Stitched Mangler, and he can still only kill 1 of them, which is pretty sweet, actually. Ooh, that Mangler's not cool, though. Our decks are similar, only mine has a bunch of white stuff in it. So you're going to get in there with your Scob, I'm guessing. Okay, so I'm going to triple block that, like I said, and see what my opponent does, because I can go 2, 4, and 6. And he can only take down 1 of them unless he uses something here. Well, that works for me. We also get to investigate, so... And you know how much I like that. Another one, okay. I'm just going to flash in my spirit here. Ooh, he's got Delirium now. That part is unfortunate. Oh, that part's fortunate, though, because we're going to Angelic Purge that thing. Probably just going to lose this landscape that I'm never going to use. All right, we also have Delirium now. This is going to kill him, basically. I just sort of realized that's what's going to happen. So I think we swing for 3 and 4. And honestly, I think we just leave mana up to draw us cards, which will make us more humans, which means our Reaper's going to be scarier. I mean, the Niblis can't do much right now. It does add damage to the table, I guess. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think getting the humans, drawing cards is probably just better though. We can chump if we need to. We can block a little harder if we want to. But we can make 2 humans and draw 2 cards right now, and I think that's pretty good. That's pretty scary, especially if he flips, because I keep drawing cards here like a madman. Ooh, so now I'm jealous. we didn't get that. Our opponent did. So how does he swing into my board right now? Knowing that I get 2 humans. Yeah, I was just say I don't think you do, even with ongoing investigation. He can gain a decent amount of life and stuff though, which is annoying. I actually almost think this card's better than ongoing. They're both like self-perpetuating engines, but I mean, Uvenwald, yeah, our opponent's scooping. We didn't even have to play our Reaper, so all right. I am enjoying this deck. It's definitely my favorite deck I've managed to draft so far in this format. Don't really want Vessels. Jace's Scrutiny doesn't seem any better than usual. Nor does Fleeting Memories. So, Gone Missing's not bad against +1/+1 counter type stuff, but I think I'm happy where we are. May side out his Scob against us since he saw we actually only have one of those 1/5s though, unfortunately for us, but that's, it's better than none. All right, well, our good luck had to end at some point, and we got a bad hand, and we're going to mull it. Good news is our opponent also mulled. This is acceptable since I get to scry, and I'm on the draw. So, chances are solid-ish that I get to the 3rd land for these 2 by the time it's time to play them. So at least there's that. But yeah, we're going to keep. What do we have on top? As much as I love just the wind, I think we really need to get a land and have a presence on this board more than we need it in the early goings of this game. Of course, now I'm not going to draw a land and also not have just the wind, so. Well, we're on our way. We have another 3-drop, though. This is a weakness of our deck, certainly that. There we go, we got there. A weakness of our deck is that we do not have a very good curve. We have 2 2-drop creatures, but luckily our opponent's deck doesn't seem to be doing much in the early going either. So, Expose Evil plus Cathar's Companion could be good. Stitch Mangler is going to be good. So if we get in for 3 here, sweet. And then we'll play out our Cathar's Companion. No reason to play the Mangler until it has like an impact. I almost never play it unless it does something. Chances are it'll do something here. Well, maybe not. Our opponent's just continuing to dirtle. We do need to draw 4th land if we want to keep up with what our opponent's doing over there. Okay, Skinner. Yeah, so we probably tap him down. All right, so that's basically all we have to do. So we'll do it. Stitched Mangler, tap. Swing in for 6. I mean, there's actually a kind of reasonable chance we can just win with the hand we've been given, because if he plays even 2 creatures here, we can Expose Evil and then swing for 8. So, and we don't even have to do that. I mean, Angelic Purge isn't amazing. Dang it. Yeah, I think we go for Expose Evil. Drawing the card seems good, and so does getting in for 8. So, maybe it's greedy though, huh? I could wait to use it on his turn. Nah, I think getting in for 8 will give us enough of a lead that when we finally stick a flyer, it'll be hard for our opponent to win. Oh, what? Oh, I tapped too much mana. I was thinking of Angelic Purge as I sat here. Yeah, so we're going to Expose Evil. Does get us a clue right now, too, which isn't irrelevant. We pretty badly need a clue. We need to draw some more lands, so once we get to a 4th land, we're pretty much set between our Drownyard Explorers and everything, so we'll bash for 8, which should for opponent to 3. He could use just the wind or aim high. Yeah, that sucks. At least one of our creatures is indestructible, and the other one doesn't care if he dies as much as you might think. Well, he's killing that one too. Okay. We drop him to 6. We can get a flyer out of our graveyard at some point in the future. Our opponent may be able to bash us really hard, though, because of our slow start. So even though we got him down to 6... Surprised you're not attacking with your Skinner. I guess you are at 6, so... Away. Okay, so I think we have to crack this clue. Although then if we don't draw a land, we are just so dead to double Solitary Hunter. Yeah, I'm doing it anyway. It's got to be a land, right? Yes. I knew it. I had the faith, and it paid off. All right, well, we don't get to swing this turn. But our explorers can stave off Solitary Hunters pretty well. All right. So I probably double block a Solitary Hunter if he swings with both of them. Nope. No swinging works for me. I'll leave white up and pretend we have that one combat trick, even though we don't. So we get 2 clues. The Illuminator. He's been pretty key too. Yeah, he's going to get in there. So this should help pull us ahead. I mean, first of all, our opponent's at 5, so I think I'm getting a little caught up with my clues because I could just play Storm Rider Spirit and end this. Okay, they're going to transform, which is big and scary, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can't quite play 2 spells this turn, unfortunately for us. We could kill one of them. So we're going to get in for 1 in the air here. He could have another aim high, but I think we risk that. All right. So then we have mana up for Storm Rider Spirit. We can double block one of them and only lose 1 creature. And then to just take 9 to our face, which should probably be okay, because then we just win with Storm Rider Spirit. Although our opponent has shown that he likes to run that that aim high, and he probably sided in extras against us, assuming he has them. So let's see what he's doing at the end of my turn. Could be something that's not good for us. Okay, it's not. It's nothing. Oh, how was I thinking I would kill one of those if I double blocked? I don't know what world I was living in. So I probably just I could triple block one, but I'm just going to throw him in front of one of them. See what our opponent has. I wish we had a way to make clues when our creatures died. Sometimes we have that. Reckless Scholar, you don't fly. So let's see if he has a way to stop my flyers. Okay, now that I have that, I definitely want to swing with my flyers, because just the wind just sets me up. Makes me wish I still had my Cathar's Companion too, to some degree. But so we're going to swing with our flyers here for 4 exactly. And just the wind should basically lock the game up for us, right? Oh, unless, of course, my opponent plays just the wind. Yeah, okay. We do drop our opponent to 3. Purge. I could purge in just the wind and shrink one of them. It's hard to say what to do, because if I get to flash in my Storm Rider Spirit again and it actually gets to do what it's supposed to do, we're in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. I mean, we just win that way. But I think we probably want to do something on the board here. Yeah. Yeah, so we will. We'll get a couple more clues while we're at it. I just think it's dangerous with the tricks our opponent has for me to just, like, have 2 blockers back. Now I can triple block and kill one of them, which is pretty sweet. So I have that as an option. All right, looting. Okay, that's intense. Wanting to blow up our clue. Yeah, I cited that in because of our enchantment that won us the game in game 1. But he does get to investigate off of it, so that gives it a little more value than it might have had otherwise. All right, so we triple block 1. Without a trick, that means he loses his creature and we lose 1 creature, so it's a 1-for-1. If he does have a trick, he can blow us out pretty hard, especially because we don't have our mana up for just the wind, but... You could have it just the wind. That still wouldn't blow us out hugely because we would still just lose 1 creature. No matter, like, he has to pump his creature for us to suffer here. Bouncing 1 still just kills 1, so it's not a huge deal. But if he pumps his creature, like, okay, that's not what he did. So, well, his creature doesn't die now, though. So, but we still only lose 1. But this is getting to be a problem. Our opponent is sort of grinding us out in a way. We're down to 7 now. So I think it's probably time we deal with those 2. Although they just shrank, which is nice. Very nice, actually. Oh. Oh, and there's just Archangel Avacyn, huh? Okay. I think I'd probably just leave my mana up and play Archangel block and play Archangel Avacyn when he swings. He's down to 1 card. So, yeah. I think that's all we do. She kills on her own. If I block here and here, although his stupid creature is going to transform. Are going to transform. So that will make this a 5. So I'll have to block it. I'll have to block both 5s, and then I take 2, 4, 6. I think that's a little too close for comfort for me. So I think we go ahead and kill one of them. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Was I counting the blocking I would do with Archangel Avacyn in my math? I wasn't. So block, block. Flash in Archangel Avacyn, block something with 2 power, and we take 4. I think that's probably okay. Okay, we're just going to pass our turn. We will just pass the turn, let them transform. If he can bounce my Archangel, we still go to 1 life, but we don't have a creature in play to help us win the next turn, so we probably still die. So that's one reason that maybe the other path would have been a better one. But we'll just have to see what our opponent does here. What did he discard? Island. Oh, if he bounces one of these two, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble a lot of different ways right now. I do have just the wind on the off chance I want to use that, but I don't really see that as being very likely. Our opponent knows we have Archangel. Did we play our Archangel Avacyn last game? Actually, I don't think we did. So he doesn't know we have it. Last game we just sort of ground him out with tons of humans. We haven't had time to crack a clue because our mana has been not ideal this time around. So our opponent deep in thought. I don't blame him. We spent a while on our last turn. He's like, he has 7 cards in his hand, but he left 5 mana up. What could that mean? That is a good thing to be wondering about and worrying about. He knows I have something. He probably, it may even know that it could be Archangel Avacyn, because again, I don't think I played it last game. Maybe we did. I don't remember. But I should remember. I mean, he knows I have Storm Rider Spirit too. So at least, like, I'm not forecasting a lot of things. I could just be flashing that in and blocking for all he knows. Archangel Avacyn transforming would just instantly kill him, it's worth noting. So we could, if one of our creatures survives, we could just use Angelic Purge and kill him that way if we're worried about, to kill one of our own creatures, if we're worried about being able to attack. It's not actually a bad plan because we know he has just the wind. Can she be bounced in response? Yeah, because she doesn't transform until the next upkeep. Our opponent just disconnected. I don't know if that's out of anger. If it is, it means he knows we have Archangel Avacyn. Otherwise, I don't know what it is. But I'll be back with you guys when our opponent is back. Our opponent does appear to be back now. Whether that means something will happen, I'm not sure. Looks like something's happening. Oh, God. Sleep paralysis. Does that kill us? Block, block. No. No, it doesn't. Not quite. So he's down to one card in his hand. If he has a bounce spell, we're dead. So let's let him declare his attacks. And we'll slam our Archangel. And if he scoops, that means he doesn't have anything. If he doesn't scoop, it might mean he has something. Okay, he didn't scoop. It might mean he has something, but we block both of these and we take 4. Now I'm suspicious that he does actually have a way. Okay, he doesn't. He's tapped out, his hand's empty. He thinks he can he actually would be able to survive now, which is what's funny, except that I'm going to flip my Archangel. So flipping my Archangel is going to get there. So whenever a non-angel creature you control dies, it won't be until his upkeep, but at his upkeep she'll transform and do 3 to his whole board and to him, which is enough to kill him. I could also just use Angelic Purge to kill the Stitchwing Scab. Maybe that's better. It's a little less flash. We could also use just the wind. Yeah, we'll probably just do that. It's probably jerkier to do what we were going to do. I was just thinking about the fact that we can do that. Okay, well, there's our green mana, but I think we just go just the wind. And swing. So we got there. We're on to the finals. Archangel Avacyn's in our deck, and the rest of our deck is pretty sweet, so it's not too much of a surprise.